Hello. I didn't use my microphone yesterday, and someone had been complaining about the volume a few days in a row. And then it was at the end of the stream, I realized that I went to unplug it, and then I realized I hadn't plugged it in at all. And then yesterday he said, like, hey, the audio was perfect today. So I was like, maybe I'll just try without the mic. Maybe my laptop's better than that. So if there's issues with the sound, let me know and I can just plug the microphone back in. Utmost, hey, how's it going? Vintage Trader. I read that. That's funny. Yeah. I got home from working my side job for $75. Saw a trade set up when I got home. Took a $500 trade in my sim account. If only that could happen every day. Yeah, no kidding. Except maybe not in the sim account. Hoover Flag Trader, how's it going? How's everyone doing? Yeah, I had another annoying day where I broke my rules, so I'm just really kind of annoyed with myself lately. Yeah, and then looking back at the chart today, I feel like it's just like, it looks like this would have been a really easy day to trade, and I don't quite understand why I didn't do better today. So that's sort of my frustration. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Things have been going pretty well for me. I looked at my P&L today in Tradeovate, or in Tradeovate, because it shows like the week. And my week, I am up $16. So it just kind of, like yesterday I was saying, it felt like my progress has just kind of stagnated. And then like seeing that basically break even on the week, I was just like, yeah, this kind of confirms that like it's stagnated, but I think being break even on the week is obviously better than having lost an account or lost money on the week. Hey Rami, how's it going? Trade setup or no trade? Yeah, well, that's smart. I don't know exactly. Maybe I'll just show you my chart here. What happened with my trading this morning? Sorry. Okay. So you can see what I did here. So initially, like when this happened, well, first I was looking at this and I was like, I wish that this would have happened a little bit lower down, because that's what I'm looking for. Like what I call my B setup, like my B shorts would be like when this happens around the opening range low, is to then short this one, like the second retest. But I saw that and I thought that's too high into the opening range to take it, so I didn't take it. And then the MA dropped like this, and then I was like, okay, now it's good to take my A short setup. And it just didn't. This was the closest to an opportunity. Obviously, in hindsight, I wish I would have taken that one. But my rule is that it has to touch cross or come very close to the MA for me to take it. So I didn't take that. I waited. I was like, I'm going to wait for that MA touch or cross to happen. And then it happened down here. So this would have been my A short. But what didn't I like? I didn't like that I didn't like that it was coming into 400, like that 400 area. I thought it was probably going to bounce there. And I didn't like the size of the stop. So I thought I'm going to wait for something else to set up. And then it seems like this is about an hour into the session now. And I think that I think this was a patience failure. I don't want to call everything FOMO, but I just felt like I missed that whole move down, and I was kind of annoyed with that I didn't get any good entries. And then for some reason when it came up here, like I had this area marked out that if this acted as resistance, to look at this area for potential longs, but it just blew right through. So then I should have been like, let's look at that area now as an area of possible resistance and start looking for shorts in that zone. But instead, I saw this happen. This is where the MA is up 50 points. It was like straight up here. So that is my A long criteria, but this is the one that I took. So I got long here. Stop was here. So I think it was about 20 points. It lost pretty quickly. I watched it. But when I saw this and then I saw this one kind of, I was in the long and I thought, this to me looks more like a short if it's not gonna, like this would look like just on this, I guess, micro smaller time frame, like this would look like the higher low and that this would be a better short than a long. But I was already in the long, so I left it. I took the loss and then I got in short just below here. Nothing wrong with the short. It didn't take any heat at all. I got out for 30-ish points. I don't know. I don't remember what I was down. I'm up $46 on the day, which is better than a red day, but I'm annoyed because this was a good trade and I got out here. The reason I got out there is because it was like 10 points or whatever more than my break even. So I thought, I don't want to hang on to this when I could have been up a little bit on the day and then end up taking another loss and then be down way more than I should be on one day. So I jumped out. And of course that was stupid. I should have trailed my stop. I know that. Like I could have used the 9 EMA to trail the stop and done very well. Yeah, it's annoying. It went down a couple hundred points. I think like 250, 260 points from where I got out. So that was pretty frustrating for me. And then like, I think I was later on thinking longs from here, which this first bounce would have worked, but then it just came and broke right through again. And then I kind of just stopped watching it because I'm like, this is way out of my regular trading time and I shouldn't be looking at it. So that's sort of my trading for the day. And I'm annoyed because I feel like now looking back at it, it just looks like I look at the chart and I think like everyone must have made money today. How did I, fumble this and not make money? So that's just what I took from it. I'll just be happy to be break even for the week and I might not trade tomorrow because my past few Fridays have been just not good. Like I've really ruined my week on Friday the last couple weeks, so I might just not trade tomorrow. Okay. Oh, thanks, David. Yeah, that sounds good. Orlando, what a wild day. Yeah, no kidding. It was. Utmost, how's it going? Raja, hi. No, I wasn't able to take some good trades today. I took the first one, which was like a rushed, I think like forced what I would consider my A long. And then I took one good trade and I got out of it for like 30 or 35 points. And then it went, a couple hundred more points. So no good trades for me. Ryan, I know how you feel when looking at the week and you are basically break even, but remember you have food and shelter, so break even is actually winning. You have nothing to recover. Yes. And I am trying to look at it that way in that like there have been so many weeks in the past in my trading where a break even week, I would have been really grateful for a break even week and for not losing a funded account. So I am trying to have that perspective. But I am just getting a little bit frustrated with my trading lately because like I, forced 2 subpar trades this week. And then I think I had the couple that went for a lot more and I didn't take a lot more. So that's just kind of where my frustration is. Cameron, nothing but shenanigans today in the market. None of my setups panned out. Some days are just untradeable. I guess that is true, but I feel like this is frustrating to me because looking back at it, it looks very tradable. Like the market was definitely moving and, like definitely when it came down later, like, what is this, the 5 minute? I mean, like if you're looking at this, you'd be like, oh, that's a pretty nice double bottom there. And if you considered that the neckline and got long there, that would be a great trade. Obviously not if you took it right. Well, yeah, no, because I guess you'd have to have your stop down here, which is a big stop. 316. Yeah. Yeah, that's too big of a stop for me. I don't know. it just, to me, looks like there were opportunities and I just didn't catch them. Oh, how many trades did I take today? I just took the 2 trades, but I kept coming back to it throughout the day and just like looking at it, which I'm not supposed to do. So that's not good. I'm glad that I was able to cap it at the 2 trades, but it's not good that I kept looking and thinking like, well, maybe. From what I see, you were having a setup to sell. Yeah, like I was looking for shorts and then that little bounce happened and then I got it in my head like I don't know if it was FOMO or just rushing it and just wanting to be in something. Like I felt like I missed that first huge move down and then it started going up and I was like, I don't want to miss the big move up now. It's, maybe it's just going to be a V shape and I want to get in on it. So I think it was just impatience. Raja, may I suggest always go long when a candle forms above your EMA and above the candle that passes the EMA. I could look at that. That's not when it forms, like for my like momentum trades on the 1 minute, I'm looking for it to pull back to the MA and make like a little 3-bar reversal. And then I get in below the MA on a candle that closes below the MA. So, for longs, yeah, I think it maybe worked out that way on the long. I don't know. I don't even want to look at that long trade again. Uh-oh. I have a guest already. Oh, hey, Hank. Okay. You're stuffy and... Okay.
This show is very nice.
This what?
This show is very nice.
The show that you're watching?
Yeah.
All right, well, go watch it then.
I watch it.
I'm turning your shows off when I'm done in here. Okay, close the door quietly, please. Okay. What was your confirmation? Hoover flag trader on which trade? On the long, the first long that I took, I was forcing like my A long. I shouldn't have been in it. So there wasn't really confirmation on that one. On the second trade, the confirmation was that it failed that area once and then it got that lower high and then the entry was again below there where I would have wanted to get in. So the short that I took was good. The long was rushing it. I should have waited for the short, but Ryan says, also, I'm very proud of you for only checking your P&L on a weekly basis. I know what it is like. I know what it is like at the end of the day, like, because, if I'm only taking like one trade, but I don't know overall where I am on the week. And then today I was just, because I've been feeling like I'm not getting anywhere or I'm just like very flat on things on my trading. Like it's like I have a winning day and then I have a couple losing days. So that's why I checked it today, because I felt like I'm break even on the week. And then I looked at it and was like, yeah, I'm basically break even on the week. Yeah, it's a natural reaction. You are healing from the pain of losing. Yeah, I mean, it sucks losing, but I'm just more so disappointed in myself that it's like I broke the rules yesterday and then I broke the rules again today. So I'm just annoyed with myself on the discipline, and I'm annoyed that I just took a sub-bar setup when it's like there were other setups that came. You just had to be patient for like, well, today it was literally I needed 5 more minutes of patience and somehow I couldn't find 5 more minutes to be patient. So it's annoying. Jacob, I relapsed today, made $200 across all accounts at open. I was going to be like, nice, but didn't walk away, wanted more. Got caught trying to catch a falling knife, gave it all back, went on tilt, hit max loss of $400 and stopped. Okay, that sucks, but I'm glad you have a max loss on there, and it sounds like your max loss is pretty reasonable at $400. So, I mean, that sucks, and like it's frustrating when it happens. And like Mike said in here yesterday, he blew some funded accounts, and like what really stuck with me of what he said was like, I thought that I was past this, like I was doing well. I thought I was past doing this. And I think that's the thing, like, it's just like these old bad habits want to keep coming back. Hoover Flag Trader, you're looking at hindsight. Not everyone made money. I know. That's just how I feel on days like this. I just look at it and I'm like, I must just be the shittiest trader ever. And like, everyone must have made a killing today. How did I not make money? I know it's irrational, but it's just like, it's just what I think on days like this. Jacob was stopped. Uh-oh. Are you going to come back and tell me it got worse? Jacob was stopped out, locked out for the day by Quant Guard. Oh no, I then degened past 2 of 4 Apex evals. On a positive note, I still have my accounts. The old me would have blown them all. Well, yeah, okay, but that's good. You have your accounts, and I mean, those Apex evals are pretty cheap, so it's not totally crazy to go and trade a couple of Apex evals when you're on tilt or when you're just sort of out of control. I did get an Apex code, by the way, because people had asked me to get an Apex code. I don't have it on here or in the description yet, but my Apex code is going to be just Rehab, so REHAB. So Rehab is going to be my Apex code. And I was shocked at how fast they were getting back to me, because when I tried to get the code with Take Profit Trader, like first they rejected me and then like it took forever to get the code. So I thought like, oh, Apex is going to take a really long time to get the code. I emailed or submitted whatever you're supposed to submit, and I swear within like half an hour, an actual person emailed me back and is like, yep, okay, you're good. We'll get your code going. You just have to do this. So I was surprised. And now I have an Apex code, so I'll start putting that in stuff. I told them I don't trade with Apex anymore, but I am someday going to be back for the 20 account dream. Hey, loving our life. 11 points yesterday and 8 points today. A bit of fumbling and impulsiveness to take it off with children waking up earlier in the background. LOL. Yeah, the kids do have a way of my short that I was in today. I was like, this could be one to trail and hang on to. I did have a much lower target that I was looking at, but I had to take my son to nursery school, and I just thought, I'm just going to take it off here, be a bit better than break even and not risk losing it. But yep, the kids definitely do interfere with the trading. But good job making money at least the last couple days. I know your goal is 20 points, to hold your trades for 20 points. So you're not quite doing that, but you're working on it. You know what you're working on, and you have those distractions going on. Oh, I've lost the chat today. Orlando, I was telling my husband about you yesterday and this hot streak you're on. So I don't want to hear that you've not done well, because I feel like we're all kind of watching you in here. And like everyone, I think, wants your hot streak to continue. Blew up an account that had low drawdown, but passed 2 other My Funded Futures core accounts and purchased a 150 with Take Profit Trader. Got 4,400 on that one on day 1. Had to cut the trade because of the 50% eval consistency. Okay, well, good job. It sounds like, yeah, you blew up one that was close to being blown up anyways, it sounds like, and then you passed a couple and did well on the new Take Profit Trader account. Nice. You'll be able to buy that expensive Christmas tree. Just kidding. Hoover Flag Trader stops were huge today. Yeah, I think that's just like, I mean, maybe when I saw that drop down, I should have just been like, I'll scale it back to 1 micro and accept these wider stops, but I don't know. Raja, do you sim trade once you're done taking your trades? No, I don't. I find my sim trading is like, I just really get ridiculous with it. So I don't do it at all. I'm supposed to just shut it down after my trading window, and that's it. So today I should have taken that short. That should have been my 1 trade, and it should have been shut down after that. I shouldn't be back looking at the charts. Like, I have all this other stuff that I'm supposed to move on to. So, and I shouldn't be doing sim trading either, because I feel like when I've done that in the past, then it leads me to get back into the other accounts. Aki, only 1 trade today. Nice. QQQ put 2 contracts. That sounds like it would have worked out well. Perfect setup. Bought at 206, exited at 520, $628 profit today. That's awesome. Good job. When I was trading options, it was a lot of QQQ, which I guess is basically NQ. But nice work on that. And good job stopping after the one trade, because like we've been seeing this quite a bit in here where people are up on the day and then they keep going and then they lose. So good job on taking the good trade and then being done for the day. Raja, I think you are limiting yourself by not taking trades at different times and conditions. Yeah, I probably am, but it's just like I need to have strict rules on myself. I feel like when I don't have strict rules, then it just can kind of spiral too quickly on me. At some point, maybe I'll be able to trade at different times. And also the time that I can trade is largely dictated by my son. Utmost. Drop the Discord. Oh yeah, the Discord. Right. Okay. I'm gonna blame my husband. He's been working, he keeps getting stuck late at work. But now he's blaming me because now he says it's basically ready to go and I just need to go and like fill in all the information and do all that stuff. So the Discord should be up very soon. There's the sign up for it. So if you want to be notified when it's up, then you can just go and put your email in there. I'm not going to email you. It's not like a subscription. It's just going to be like, hey, this is available now. VP, what EMAs do you use? So on the blue one here is the 9 EMA, and then the orange is VWAP, and then over here the green one is the 21. I put the 21 on there because Coho Salmon told me to put it on there, so I was like, okay, I'll put it on my side chart. But I mostly like the 9 EMA is really what I look at the most. Tyler, I blew another prop eval today. I'm done with prop firms. Oh no, what happened? Do you want to elaborate on how you blew the account? Like, was it a predictable pattern? Is it like the same thing that's happened many times? Did you go on tilt? Like how did you blow the account? Did you go into the day with only a $200 drawdown or something and you blew the account? Or was it like an account that was doing well and then you went on tilt or oversized? How did you blow the account? I'm just curious to know. And I understand being frustrated with prop firms, and sometimes you do need to take a break from prop firms. Okay. Over flag trader, you're long. Why would you do that? I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to FOMO into a trade with him right now. I'm going to look at my chart though. I don't know where you put that from, but this, yeah, see, I would look at this and because this was I had marked this out earlier in the session, I guess when we had this going on. So I marked out this little area that to take a long, I would want price to ideally come up here and find support in here or above here, which it did that here. It bounced off of it here later and then again here. So this little zone, I wish I could just take like, I don't know. I wish I was good enough to take all of these trade ideas that I see, but I know that probably wouldn't work out. Cameron, one of these days, buy the dip won't work. We're getting close to that day. Yeah, I thought that today. Like, I'm like, at what point is it going to be, like, it's going to sell off and it's going to keep selling off? But I think, like, over the past, couple years or more, we're just, like, so conditioned that it's, like, buy the dip. So it'll be a tough adjustment to make for sure. David, like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, like I said in here, I don't know how many people are watching, and because I just look at it through OBS, so I don't know how many people are watching or, if there's any likes or anything. I consider that to be like the P&L of YouTube, where it's like, just don't even look at it. It doesn't, like, what difference, does it really make to me in real time, I guess. Chris Hansen, 3% gapper system, collecting stats. Today, DDOG worked for 3%, 2-minute time frame, continuing to validate edge. Nice. No, this was the only NASDAQ stock gapping at 3%. Interesting. Yusuf, you didn't take you didn't take any trades today? Well, I mean, I feel like today would be a very hard day to not take any trades just because it was moving so much. Oh no, Hoover Flag Trader blew my 100K today. I was over leveraged, up $1,000 on Take Profit Trader, started a new 100K. Going to be safer with that. Yeah, the over leveraging, it's hard. I thought about it today because price was moving so much that I'm like, I could trade a mini and just go for like 20 points and be above that stupid buffer again. But then I was like, no, or else you could lose your account. Ruprecht, they're not driving yet. Just give them the keys. We can't have these interruptions during the day. Yeah, it's just the one. It's just the one child who's, comes and interrupts. Like yesterday, someone thought I had multiple children based on the amount of times that the one came in and made noise. And it's like, no, that's just the same guy doing it. Ryan, thank you for the Apex code. I will share with friends and family. You should be paid for your efforts. Oh, thanks, Ryan. Yeah, well, you guys told me to get an Apex code, and I was like, okay, if people are going to use Apex anyways and they want a code for it, then use it. And I do plan on going back for those accounts one day. Not now, but one day. Dan, didn't break my rules for a few months already. That's awesome. I'm just trying to put myself into those situations when you have an urge to trade without a good setup. Yeah, that's really good that you've stuck to your rules for a few months. That's huge. Just trying to not put yourself in those situations where you have the urge to trade. That's smart. Yeah, and I think we need to we definitely need to look at ourselves and look at our trading and figure out what those situations are. And then, like you said, take yourself out of them. So that's really good. Jesse hit double my profit target for the day on that drop in MNQ. Closed the charts after that, so I wasn't tempted to get greedy. Awesome. Good job. That's smart call. You had a great day. That's really good. Build your CNC. How's it going? The VIX peaked just over 20 today. I am long, so I had a red day. But you're holding stuff longer, right? Like you're in longer term stuff, I believe. Options, right? I feel like I think I'm right with that. Orlando, hopefully I can keep the hot streak going. LOL, hope this one was just a blip. Well, it sounds like it was pretty minor, so just, keep doing what you were doing and, be careful, don't get too cocky, and just stick to your rules. We'll see how tomorrow goes, fingers crossed. No rush, just been on a streak lately. Well, that's good. Just keep your discipline in check, and I'm sure your streak will continue. And Mackie, the crazy thing about days like today, the same setup occurred with IWM and SPY. I don't have the mental bandwidth yet to take multiple trades at once. That's fair. I think a lot of us probably don't have the mental bandwidth. I definitely don't. I can't even look at more than one instrument. Like I'm just looking at NQ all the time. Sometimes occasionally I'll look at something else, but then it's like right back. It's right back to the NASDAQ. I'm just going to move my chart here. It looks like is this going to hold again, or is that it? Yeah, I'm so annoyed that whatever. I made $46 today. I'm not going to complain about it. Build your CNC. Lance just dropped a great EMA SMA video. Okay, I might check that out. I do like him. I used to watch his videos with SMB Capital, maybe. I think he did a lot of videos with them. Jared Scott, random question. What do you use for live streaming software? It's a nice layout. Seems professional. So I use OBS. It's free. But like the layout I made myself. Like you have to design your own. I guess you can get like pre-made. They're called overlays. But my background is more in design, so that's just the kind of stuff that I enjoy doing. It's nice to have some stuff that you do that you're good at, not just like trading all the time, because then you feel like you just kind of suck across the board. FPL, I did not look it up. I have so many papers here when I'm streaming. I don't know why I have so many different like papers and notes written down because I rarely use them. But I have all these papers. I know I wrote it down somewhere. I'm going to write it down again because I want to look it up. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to Google it. Ty Crane, hey. Oh, where did this go? I thought of a good saying last night. Okay. Okay, you did add it after. I thought you just left it at that. I'm like, you have to share the good saying. Be smart, don't be cheeky. Or be smart, try to be cheeky. Don't try to be cheeky. Okay, it's the end of the week. I don't know, my brain's not working or something. Be smart, don't try to be cheeky. Yeah. All right. I don't know if that's going to help me in my trading a lot though. But you're saying in regards to taking trades or bets. Yeah, I wouldn't think cheeky, but I would be like, don't try to be cute, like taking these. So yeah, I get it. I'm just gonna move this because what time is it? Okay, so we're half an hour into power hour. I'm sure people are still trading. This screen is so small, it's so frustrating. My husband actually got me, he forgets that I'm like challenged with technology, and he brought me home this like huge monitor and it's like, oh, this is for your office downstairs. And I'm like, and then he's like, I'll set it up for you. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I came down here today and it's set up on the desk and I'm like, I don't even know how to make it work with I don't know how to make it work with my laptop. So it's in the corner now. So he's going to have to set that up. Utmost made back yesterday's loss today, which put me back in profits this week. Nice. Not trading tomorrow because Lord knows if I lose, then somebody is getting choked out. Good call not trading tomorrow. I'm seriously considering not trading tomorrow either, just because my Fridays have been so sketchy lately. So good decision. Enjoy the long weekend. I think that's smart. Stick to it. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow for trading, but I feel like I probably shouldn't trade. Brian, hey, I found your channel yesterday. Hey, someone new. I took one trade today. Feels good to sit out most of the day on a day like today. Yeah, when the one trade, when you stick to it and it works out, it does feel really good to just be like, okay, I went in, I did my thing, I took my trade, I'm, done after half an hour or an hour of sitting there waiting, and then you get to go on to other things. So yeah, it is good. And if you were bad with like over trading before, revenge trading or just like jumping into random setups, then it definitely helps to curb that a lot. Overfly trader, I will not put a trade in this chat because you would be too late. Yeah. Or are you saying I'm very late in the chat? That's fair. The account I lost was an Apex, and I can pass it in a day. Yeah. So it's not such a big deal. Master Herman, good afternoon. I followed my rules and didn't trade because the market didn't give me my setup. That's awesome. Good job. In the Discord, I need to have because people need to check in and say whether they followed their rules every day, and then if they didn't, what part they didn't follow. But I'm definitely going to make sure it's programmed that when somebody has a no trade day, like when they choose not to trade, that goes into the win category so that they keeps getting considered as wins and it doesn't mess up their streak or their standing on the discipline leaderboard. Ryan, I have trouble with this too, but really try to not let the baggage of a loss or bad Fridays influence your next trade chosen. The market does not care, and we should not either. I know you're right, and I know I'm being superstitious about Fridays. I think part of the problem with me on Fridays too lately has been that I stopped making a video on Fridays showing my trades. So I think for me, I really need the accountability of showing people this is having to at the end of the day. So because I don't want to have a totally crazy looking chart and then have to be like, well, this is what I did today. Whereas Fridays, if I'm not showing my chart, then I can have a crazy looking day and I don't have to show anybody. When the Discord gets going, I am gonna have to like put a screenshot probably of the chart so that I just to add that kind of accountability, and anyone else who wants to do that, I would definitely encourage it. Chris, I did do 2 trades, followed my system, small green on both. I do use clock time in trade. If no move out for a period of time, I bail. Yeah, I've considered doing that before, but I don't know. I think I just need to keep it very simple for myself, and yeah, just stick to my simple rules and my simple strategies and not try to add anything more on right now. Dan says, I'm using Algo to get in my setups, so my main rule is don't touch the keyboard if the computer didn't do the move for you. Yeah, that's smart. If you've got it programmed in, then awesome. Just leave it alone, and then you don't need to be involved. So that's really good. Yeah, build your CNC. I'm medium long term. I wait a long time for these drops so I can pick up some deals. Sam, good morning from Australia. I didn't take any trade again. I had another no trade day yesterday. I've become extra cautious about taking my entries. I guess that's a good thing for the long term. I think that is a very good thing for the long term. Yesterday I lost money, and it was 5 minutes after writing in my journal and saying to myself, no setups, this should be a no trade day. And then I forced some garbage and it said lost money. So yeah, if your setup's not there, you're definitely better off just having a no trade day. It sucks because obviously we want to go in every day and take a trade and make money, but you're better off not losing money. So good job. Oh, my Apex code is, yeah, Utmost put it in there. It's just rehab. I'm maybe going to get my Take Profit Trader one changed to that so that they're not different codes. Someone said before that the 1 trade a day code is too long, which I was like, yeah, it probably is. Take Profit Trader wasn't as easy to work with as Apex on the code. So you kind of like, I won't get into it. It's not interesting, but yeah. So I'm going to try to get the code changed. Orlando, you mentioned your background is in design. Is that freelancing design? And do you still actively practice designing besides for your stuff? No, I'm the worst. So I used to do website design, and that was just kind of a fluke because I had a business, and the business started a long time ago, and websites used to be pretty expensive to have made, and I just got to a point with it where I was really sick of like having to email this guy to make changes, and then he'd charge me a whole bunch of money, and I just thought like, I'm like, this is such a small change. Like, I don't know if this bill is justified. So then I learned to make websites, and then I actually quit the business because I was like, I like making websites more than having this business. And then I did make websites for people, but mainly like for my husband. Now it's just like when he wants something, and then stuff for myself. And then, yeah, it's just really like, I like any kind of design, like even like interior design. So I do that kind of stuff as well, but it's not really something that I try to do for other people. I think with the web design and anything like design related, I think I'm difficult to work with. I know like once I had a client and he wanted me to, I've had a few times where like clients have wanted something on their website. Like one, it was like a color, and I was just like, that color is going to look terrible on there. And I'm not doing it. Like, so I think it's hard if somebody's paying you and you're like, no, I have a creative difference with you, and I'm just going to like refuse to do it because I don't want my stuff to look terrible. I don't know. Maybe that makes me sound really difficult, but that's why I don't try to get paid for design work because, yeah, I don't know. And if it's like an enjoyable, if it's something you like doing, then sometimes you don't want to like have to be doing it for money all the time. I went to school for graphic and web design, but never kept up with it as I got really good work opportunity. Still get to work with artwork though. That's nice. I feel it's hard work to get other people it's hard to work with other people. Yeah, it is hard to work with other people for sure. In anything, I think in any creative work, it's hard to get on the same page with other people. That's why I like to work with my husband, because I get to just like, he just respects like, okay, you are the vision person, and then I'll just, make what you say. So that works out. But most people aren't going to be like that. Like, it seems like everyone wants to get their say. Utmost, no superstition. Yeah, ain't no superstition. Fridays are straight up fake out days. Go back test it. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just specifically back test Fridays and see if I should be trading Fridays or not. Well, but then Ryan says Tuesdays and Fridays are statistically my best days to trade by quite a bit. Huh. Yeah. Atmos says, that's what's up, Ryan. For the last 3 months, Fridays have been horrible for me. I don't know if it's been the last 3 months, but it's definitely been to now I kind of dread Fridays a little bit. So I like your idea. Just back test. VP Friday, I was able to get 313 points. I would like to have I'd like to have a 100-point day. 100 points is the goal. Well, on one trade. I want one trade that's at least 100 points. And then maybe I'll go for this 300-point day. But that's a lot. That's good. Peter, what is the longest you have gone without breaking one of your rules? Well, this is annoying now because I started November being like, I made this calendar and I thought I'm just gonna like check off every day and I'm gonna do so well on the discipline, and now I had 2 days where I passed and now 2 days where I failed. The longest streak I had, I believe, was 23 days. It was 23 days, and it was like during the YouTube challenge. And it seems like ever since I kind of fell off of the 23-day streak, it's been like really hard to get another streak going. I don't think since I've fallen off, I haven't been able to like string together 5 consecutive days of not breaking any rules. So it's frustrating, but I guess I just have to keep trying at it. Ryan, okay, well, that's good. You're just talking about backtesting your strategy and knowing your stats for the days. Yusuf, as someone who knows coding, let me tell you, but respectfully, website is built in 10 minutes with AI. Yeah, and that's why I don't do it. And like recently somebody asked me about it and I was like, it's not. Yeah, and I realized this like a few years ago. I was like, it's not something I'm going to put a ton of time trying to get clients for, because AI has completely taken that over, and it really does not cost what it used to. And I know somebody who's still like a friend of mine who does it full time, and I'm kind of like, telling him that he should maybe look to other things, because like AI is definitely putting web designers out of work. I just do it now for I made my Degen rehab site, and like I said, if my husband's like, oh, I have an idea for like a side business, then I'll make sites for him. But I'm not trying to do it for other people. I just do it now because if I need a website, because I enjoy doing it. Like I enjoy the process and it's fun. Hey Bob, how's it going? We ball. Not today so much for me, but for some of you, yes, and that's awesome. FPL Fridays are my worst days also. Okay, now I wonder, is the Friday being a bad day thing, is that the market, or is it like us getting in our heads? Sorry, I'll try to make this so I can see it a bit better. Where do we think this is going to bounce from? Or is this... Oh, it's getting very close to the end of the day here. Is this going to bounce? Sorry. I shouldn't even be looking at. But you know what? Maybe the stream is good for me because I'm a little more aware of what happens in Power Hour now. Well, that's good, Orlando, that you have final say. I think that's important in anything like that. If you want to be happy, I think you need to have creative freedom. VP, how long have you been using your strategy? Okay, so like my A strategy, which is, like when it's like a strong momentum or trend on the 1 minute chart and I get the pull back to the 9 EMA and I then get back in the direction of the trend. I've been trading that one for over a year.
Hey,
I'm
Mom.
not sure exactly how long. Sorry. Yep.
Hey, Mom. My soul changed to George.
Oh, you like George?
No, I don't like that feeling.
Okay. I'll be up in 5 minutes and I'll fix
Thanks,
it.
Mom.
Okay. Thank you. You got chocolate on your face. Okay.
Because movie creates
Okay.
chocolate.
I don't know if that made any sense. Okay, you close the door quietly, please. Smoothie. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, now Yusuf's talking about something about telling someone to code his own mobile phone app. Yeah, my husband was like before, he's like, we should, because now these AI things can make apps for you pretty easily, or so they say they can. And he's like, we should make an app. And I'm like, I don't want to make an app because like, and he was like, maybe you should make a Degen rehab app. And I was like, I'm so sick of apps. Like, I just get annoyed when a company's like, wants me to download a new app that I'm just like, leave me alone with the apps. So I'm like, I don't want to make one. And then be telling people to download it. Mia, how's it going? Took 2 trades today. The first was a small loser and got back in the green and then disconnected my live evals and was done for the day. Still in the competition though. Okay, well that's good. I think like coming into like when we first started talking about your discipline goals, you were wanting to just stick to 2 trades a day, and I was like, try 1, as like a way to train yourself. So if you took 2 and they were valid setups, then good job. And you're still in that competition. Good luck with that competition. I don't know. Are any of you guys in these trading competitions? I'm just curious because like I feel like for me, I just think I'd trade like a complete moron if I tried doing a trading challenge. This screen is too small. I can't see what's going on. Okay, now it's coming down to this area didn't do anything. So it's pretty useless to have on there. Are we going to come back to the lows, or is this another little lower high happening here? I don't know. What do we think? Are people going long here? I'm not endorsing longs. And then if this comes up to the MA here, this would technically be like my short setup if it gets across of the MA and then continues back down. But I'm going to have to move it again. I should just move it way down because price just keeps going lower. Yeah, so sorry, that A strategy I've been using for over a year. I'm not exactly sure how long. It just came about because I would, on like those strong trending moves, I would constantly try to like, if price was going up, I'd be trying to pick the top and I'd be trying to short it all the way up and I would just lose. And then one day I was finally like, I should just work out something that gets me into these moves. So something structured where I don't have like a crazy stop loss, but I can get in on the direction of the move instead of trying to fade the move because it really didn't work. And then my other strategies, I'd say probably like, I started trading them around January, February this year. Why is that on there? In the wrong tab here. Now gameplay. Today I went right back to being a degen. I was up. I don't even think I want to keep reading this. I was up 4.5K. Guys, in what world are we up 4.5K in a day and we're like, not enough? But I get it. Okay, but I wanted a payout on day 1 and then I lost 4.3K. I traded my way back up to 5K. Nice. Okay, so it has a good ending. I traded my way back up to 5K and told myself tomorrow is another day, trade small. Yes. Okay. I think you had like a good scare today. Um, be more strict tomorrow. For the rest of the month and take daily payouts. So I'm guessing you're probably on Take Profit Trader if you can take daily payouts. Maybe other prop firms do that. I have to look into a whole bunch of the other prop firms because I'm going to do a video kind of comparing them, and then I want to do like a good comparison of them on the website. Oh, for the rest of the month, then take daily payouts, and then poof, my account is blown. Happens every time. Okay, but your account's okay because you're back up, right? You were up 4.5K and then you lost most of that, but now you fought your way back. Maybe stop thinking about the payouts. I know when I start focusing on the payouts and the money, I really tend to not trade well. And then, it's really hard to close up the day with a small loss or break even or a small win or even like your good win of 4.5K. Maybe try not to think about those payouts. Maybe put some stricter rules on yourself, and maybe make like a patience-based goal for your account, of like, just make your goal to keep that account for the rest of the month. And what does your size need to be in order to stay in that account? You didn't ask for my advice, but you're getting it. Yusuf, shout out to Lil Bro. Yeah, he's always coming in and interrupting my streams. But that's my whole life. He comes in and like, yeah, there's no doing anything ever without him. Ryan, the NQ and I am in a long-term relationship, sometimes toxic, but we are making it work. Yeah. I feel like my relationship with the NQ has been pretty much, well, definitely the first few years, entirely toxic. So this technically would be my A short setting up here, but it is almost the close. And also, so I've talked about this in videos on like when I'm looking for the reversals, I look for two of these to fail. So like this one already failed. Now it's set up again. So then I would look if price comes up here and this fails, then I would be looking for a long there. But I never really looked at it at this time of day. So like it would have triggered here. It would get stopped out here unless it goes and makes it to the target. So I would see this as a potential reversal long if that fails, but it's power hour, so I wouldn't trust any of my analysis at all. Yeah, exactly. My son saying he had chocolate on his face and then comes and like gives me a kiss and gets chocolate on me. Yeah, I feel like he does that on purpose a lot. Just is like, oh, my face is dirty, I will just go and wipe it on my mother. Master Herman, you're in the competition. Ooh, are you in the same one as Mia? You guys are fighting it out there. Okay. You're currently up 4K in the competition. Nice. I don't know anything about these competitions. I've just seen like maybe little bits. I know that they exist because I've seen them referenced in YouTube videos, but I don't really know what goes on with them. Oh, better move this. So the short would have been, a 22-point stop. So roughly like a, 33, 34-point target. So it would have to go. Okay, so it looks like my A short might work out here, but it's power hour, so no trades for me. Oh, thanks, Orlando. Yeah, live streaming is it's strange. I like getting to talk to people on here, but then it's like some people watch them after, and I'm like, oh, maybe this is like really annoying to listen to after because I'm constantly talking to people in the chat. So I don't know, but I like doing them. Yusuf, do the moms of your son's friends know you are trading and doing YouTube? No. Nobody knows that I'm doing YouTube, other than like basically my husband and my daughter. Aside from that, I'm just like, I don't want to explain it to anybody. Oh, my mom found out and then was like trying to find my YouTube channel, and I was like, don't watch my YouTube stuff. And then she's like, oh, I want to support you, and I'm like, I don't want that. Like, if you don't trade, I don't want you on there. I don't want you watching my stuff. So I'm like, it's just for traders. But yeah, I don't tell people, yeah, the trading I don't tell, because if somebody doesn't know what trading is and you explain it to them, then they're like, oh, sounds like gambling, which, obviously it can be. It's very much gambling adjacent. And then YouTube, I think is like, yeah, it seems like, oh, well, that's sort of a silly thing for someone your age to be doing. Vintage Trader, stupid question. You probably said, what is your name? We decided on a stream because somebody asked, and I'm like, I don't know if I should say my name or like just go with people calling me Degen. And I think we decided, someone's like, just keep your online persona of Degen and don't use your name. And I said, maybe one day when I actually follow my rules for any significant amount of time, then maybe I'll use my real name and not Degen. Oh, now gameplay says, no, I wasn't. No, I didn't leave the screen. I stayed and traded and lost the account. I thought you ended up $5,000. You must have been talking to someone else. I feel like I missed the whole thing now of what's happened with you. But you were up 4.5, and then you were down, and then you lost. Now gameplay, can you explain a little bit to me of what happened? Upmost seems to understand it, and I'm completely lost. So if you're still here, let me know what happened. Hoover Flag Trader, can you see the trend line in that reversal? In which reversal? Like if we're looking for it to, like if we're looking for a long here? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. And also this screen is really tiny, so it's like I can't see very much. Oh, now gameplay. Yes, I was up 5K and blew it. So you were up 4.5, and then you were down, and then you got up 5K, and then you blew it. Okay. Well, couldn't just walk away. It's really hard. I think that's probably the toughest thing in this, is like when you're down, or if you were up 1,000 and then you're down to 500 and you should close it up and walk away. Yeah, it is really hard to walk away. I don't know what would work for this. I do have, and I'm going to try it out and see if it will work. Hey, it looks like that little short's playing out, so maybe I'll trade my A strategy in Power Hour. I mean, I want people to, like anybody that's in the Discord, I want people to try it, because it is going to have a feature where like if someone is going on tilt, or they're at that point where it's like they know that they should be stopping, or they've broken rules and like they've had that thought of like, I should stop here, but then the impulse to continue trading, I want them to like go into a certain room that's like, hey, I'm gonna go on tilt, and then I'd like to have, there will be a room set up where I can just actually go and just like talk to them for like 5 or 10 minutes or whatever, because I think that maybe having to like actually talk it out with another human might help the person to be able to like walk away. Like if you have somebody else being like, okay, now go and close the computer, maybe unplug it. What else could you do with your day? Like what could you move on to? I'm just trying to find things that might might be able to stop people from going on tilt. And I totally stole the idea from AA of like people having sponsors where they, you know, where they're going to drink or they've had a few drinks and then they call someone. Yeah, a timeout box would be helpful. For me, I find that the timeout doesn't work. Like I need the whole day. Like if I've started breaking rules and I'm getting into that mindset of like revenge trading and needing to make it back, that I just need to accept that the day is what it is and then I'll come back tomorrow. Bob, green for the day, had my trading done early in pre-market. Nice. Multiple level to level trade opportunities today. The gravy train was full speed. That's awesome. Good job. And then you got the rest of the day for other stuff, right? I'm hoping you didn't sit and watch the charts all day after you made your money. I guess if that's what you like doing, it's okay. Hoover Flag Trader, I'm up 500 on my new 100K. Nice. Oh, Jared says, yeah, just come up with a stage name. Well, everyone just calls me Degen, so it's okay, like actors. And keep your info private for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I just like, I hate if somebody asks me a question and then like, I don't like to feel like I'm dodging a question or I'm lying or I'm not answering them. So if someone's like, hey, what's your name? I'm like, maybe I should just say. Okay. Ruprecht, I thought it might be something like a dog collar shock subscription. That'd be hilarious. But no, I don't know if that would work. And I did say in that one video where like people definitely came in the comments and were like, I feel like someone was like, as a licensed therapist or something, that's a horrible idea. And I'm like, I know it's a bad idea, but I had read on Reddit before that like someone's like, try putting having a candle burning while you're trading, and when you break your rules, like force yourself to burn your arm every time you break your rules. So same idea as the shock collar. I didn't do it. And in the video, I was just illustrating like, this is where I was in terms of like desperation to stop breaking my rules because I couldn't figure out why I kept going off my plan. Utmost, what about a live trading voice channel for people who want to trade together? Yeah, if people want that, like, I think it should be broken up into like, I don't know, like that's something that people can just like ask me about and then we can just like set it up. I'm not like firmly against anything really for the Discord. Yeah, I definitely do like the idea of having rooms where like other people can just like come and talk to each other. And if you're going to go on Tilt too, you could also go in that room and be like, hey, somebody talk me out of it. But this is more like if somebody's like, I don't want to be talking about this in front of other people, then they can just like, we can just have a conversation about it. Brian, do you talk about trading strategy or just psychology? I do talk about my strategy, but I feel like I'm not a very good trader, to be honest. So I'm not trying to, like, my strategies are just developed based on, like, I'd say what I tried that didn't work, and then I kind of faded myself on my strategies. But I don't think I have, like, any amazing strategies that it's like, oh, I got to tell you guys about this. You'll be rich soon. So yeah, we do talk about strategies sometimes, but mainly psychology, because I feel like the psychology and the actually sticking to my rules is like my main problem that I keep running into. And I find that that's been the same experience with a lot of people on here once I started doing the videos. Mike, how long have you been in the game? Over 3 years. I started trading just over 3 years ago. I was in Andrew Tate's school, Hustlers University, and they had like it was my husband signed up for it, not me, but he then got me into trading. They had like a stocks room where it was just like a Discord where you're just a signals thing. So I was just following someone else. Mike wants to know about payouts. So I've had a couple payouts from Top Step last year, and then I took a break from props for a while, and then now I've been in the same Take Profit Trader funded account for like 3 months or something, and I've taken 550 in payouts. So not a lot, but the goal going into it was just to not blow up the account, to stay in the account, and to size down and like actually work my way out of drawdowns. Whereas like before I'd have a bit of a drawdown and it would be like, well, that's it. Aki, how do prop firms work? I have an actual cash account. Are these prop firm investors trading on simulation? Yeah. Aki, the prop firms, it's basically you're trading on sim. They do have some of the prop firms do have like live accounts where you're actually trading a live account, but mainly it's just trading on sim. And like my 25K account is really just like a $1,500 account because that's what my drawdown is. So that's what's going on with the prop firms. They mostly just make their money on us paying for evals and activation fees and blowing up over and over again, which I've done. They've made lots of money off me. Bob, I sometimes share my screen with a couple of other traders in private Discord. Hell, I'll share mine with yours. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be cool. And then also like, I definitely wouldn't be against doing like a weekly or, whenever sort of like strategy kind of meeting for the whole group where people are like showing their screens and talking about their different strategies, because definitely I think like we can learn from each other. Ace DD, I didn't trade well today, kept taking a setup I usually take but didn't work out. Only positive thing is I closed minus 73, but this behavior could go to blow my account, so I'm glad I didn't go on tilt. And that's huge. That's huge. Just not going on tilt is a really big thing. Somebody said it in the comments and I wrote it down today for myself because I was like, yes, I need to remember this. And he just like the comment on the video, it said basically, if you can avoid tilting, you will win. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty much that. Like if we look back over our past trading, it's like, we're doing good, we're making some progress, we're making some money for a week or two or whatever, and then we go on tilt and we wipe it all out. So good job not going on tilt. I know it doesn't seem like a big positive, but it is. So just really try to do whatever you can to not go on tilt. And at least you've identified this behavior could blow up my account. So figure out the behavior and then figure out where you can stop that behavior. Like next time, like sort of the first trigger or the first thing that comes up that could be a signal to you of like, this is, an indication that I'm about to kind of like go too far with this, or I'm sort of on the edge of going on tilt. Mike, I don't know if I answered this. How long have you been in the game? So I started trading. I started trading on my own. Like I left the Discord group just over 3 years ago. And I was in the Discord group for 6 months. So about 3.5 years, but only 3 years actually like trying to trade, because the Discord really was just like me copying whatever the professor said. Okay, where are we? Okay, payouts, I answered that. There are no amazing strategies. The only strategy that works are the ones you can stick to. I think so. I agree with that, Hoover Flag Trader. Like and I feel like I'm struggling with this now where it's like, I want to trade reversals. Like I want to figure this out and I want to trade these other things. And then it's like, maybe I'm just like, maybe that's not the thing that's going to work for me, or it's not going to work for me right now. Brian, no, not Andrew Tate. Yeah, Andrew Tate. I turned my husband into an Andrew Tate fan by accident, so that's my fault. But he has not been a bad influence on him at all. So it's okay. Having an account last longer than a week is hard. That sounds, it sounds like, no, it's not. But yeah, actually having a funded account last more than a week is difficult. And like when I got payouts in the past from Top Step, I got the payout and then immediately blew up the very next day and then went on tilt for like a month afterwards. So yeah, just trying to take it easy and be consistent. Orlando, I was thinking this yesterday, but makes sense. Your husband watches Andrew Tate since you mentioned he was younger. He was the younger one, lol. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's not that young that he should be in like Andrew Tate's. It was just, oh, guys, if my son banging on the floor up there is really noisy, somebody let me know. Yeah, I saw that Your Mom's House podcast that they had Andrew Tate on, and they had been going back and forth with him, like putting him in like their cool guy club, which is like their guys they make fun of, and they were saying like, oh, he's not rich. This is a green screen. He doesn't actually live in this house. And then he was like making videos back to them, and then I saw that he was actually going to be on the podcast, and I'm like, oh, can we watch this tonight? Because I think it'll be funny, and like they've been going back and forth for a while, so I want to see this. And then he's like, yeah, whatever. And he watched it, and then he was like, just like, oh, I love this guy. So, whoops. Oh, Yusuf, we'll see. Okay, I won't see you tomorrow. I'm not on Fridays. Maybe I should start streaming on Fridays just to give myself that Friday accountability thing. But I will see you on Monday. And I'm really hoping I should have that Discord up by Monday. My husband's seeming to say like it's on me. It's on me now to like get my part of the work done. Oh, Mike, props made 40K before I got my first payout. Now I take out money all the time. Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna try, like I wanted to grow the account more and have a bigger buffer in it, and then people in the comments section were like, a lot of them were like, no, take the money, like get something out of the account because you never know what's gonna happen. And then I started just taking everything that was above the buffer, and I found that was good. And then now I've had like a little losing streak, so I'm a bit below the buffer. So now I'm just not even thinking about payouts at all. Yes, Reg, do they know something we don't know about tomorrow's NFP? Yeah, I forgot about NFP. It's written down right in front of me, and somehow it's like out of my head. But at least it's done before, like at least that's out of the way before the New York session, so it's not like FOMC where it like ruins the trading day for you. Mike says the one edge props have is market volatility and emotional mismanagement. I manage my emotions more than I follow my rules. I think the two go together, right? Like I think you have to manage your emotions to follow your rules. But I mean, if you can, like for me now, I break some rules, but then at least I'm able to stop before it gets really bad. So I think like maybe that's managing the emotions. I don't know, or maybe the emotions put me into the bad trade, but the discipline is like, okay, you're done. Not sure. Bob, if you trade reversals, you need to be clear. Yes, about, yeah. And that's the thing. Like I think the thing with the reversals is like, like they work out really well when I use it by the criteria of, so just like using this as an example. So like this would be my A short setup here, and then it came again here. So the reversal that I would look at that work well, say this is an area of resistance down here, which, I mean, is it? Yeah. Okay, so if it's coming into an area of resistance and then I get two of these that fail, then I would look for the reversal here. But I think I would need to add something to it, like that maybe it, stays above the MA and forms a higher low somewhere here before getting into it. So I do need to work on my criteria for the reversal trades and just make them a lot more defined. Like my A setups, like all my other setups, it's very well defined. I know what I'm looking for. The reversals, I think I have it a little bit too open, and I need to like really narrow down the criteria. So yeah, be clear about it for sure. I agree, and it's just added to my very long list of things I need to work on in trading. Mike, training my ability to go with current market conditions and not try and fabricate. Yeah. Phony reason. I'm assuming you're saying phony reasons to stay in a trade or to take a trade. Yeah, that's a big one. It's like when your brain does that, fabricates a reason. Like I feel like that's what I did with my first trade today, where I was like, this isn't actually my, this actually isn't my setup anymore, but I can convince myself that it still might be and take it. So yeah, definitely don't let your brain trick you into taking stuff that isn't your setup or convince you it's good enough. Okay, so yeah, it was autocorrect. I hate autocorrect. Tilt and oversizing the position are killers. Yeah, I think it's like if we can just fix our position sizing and stay consistent with that and not add on to our losers, and we cannot go on tilt, then I think that's like goes a very long way to being able to stay in accounts. Like if I think back to all the accounts that I've blown, it's always like tilt and oversizing, and then over trading. But it's usually the oversizing that gets me because I want to make it back quickly. And of course it just blows an account. Hoover Flag Trader, hammer candle is my favorite reversal strategy. If I see a hammer in the right context, I don't even think about it. Yeah, I like that. I'm assuming like if you see it coming into support or resistance or some area that you're already interested in. Yeah, I like that. Oh, Mike says hammer candles plus volume spikes are solid in my experience. Aaron, hey, hello all. Hope everyone did well today. I did not, but whatever. Some people did well. Took 4 scalps, 1 3, and cut 1 early for a loss of a point. Nice, that's good. As long as that's within your rules of what you're doing with your trades, then that's great. I took a sort of BS trade first, and then I took another one, and I cut it for 35 points, and then it went another 200 points. So I felt really stupid. Bob. Oh, Bob says, make sure you go to your privacy settings in Discord and turn off the ability for people to DM you. Yeah, I mean, I guess people don't, my email is now on the website. So like if people want to contact me for something, then now I have contact information because I haven't had any contact information the whole time I've been doing this. But yeah, I guess people don't really need to DM me in the Discord because it's like if somebody is having like a tilt issue or something that they want to just discuss, then I will just hop on a voice call with them and talk to them. Yes, Fred, don't try to catch a bottom or top. Wait for the move to begin, and on confirmation, then ride the wave. Yeah, and I think this is where I kind of definitely slip up in the reversals is the waiting for confirmation. So I don't know, maybe it's something that I need to paper trade. I'm not a fan of paper trading. I've never done it with any success. Like I find when I paper trade, then I'm like, well, let's just trade massive size for fun, and it's like, well, this isn't the point. But yeah, maybe reversals are something that I should try paper trading and make more defined rules on when I even start looking for them. Because lately I feel like I'm just trying to look for them all over the place, and it's stupid. And last week I passed up my actual good setups because I wanted to wait for these big reversals. And it's like, oh, I could have had, a nice quick 1 minute long 30-point trade there, but I didn't take it because I was waiting for this bigger trade that, never panned out. Peter, there is no NFP tomorrow. Are we sure? My little calendar says there's NFP tomorrow. Mike, this looks like a decent long. Now, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that it's at the, like, I wouldn't trade at this time of day. I don't know. Do you guys get into trades at this time? I mean, I guess some of you like trade the overnight session in London and everything. 40K payout. He said that like he found 5 cents on the ground. Was it 40K payout? I thought it was, I read it as like he spent 40K on props before he started getting payouts. I could be wrong. Yes, Rob once confirmed. Yeah, I got that for sure. Where am I? This looks like a decent long. I'm not gonna, I guess you're probably looking at the, is this the hourly or the 5 over here? This is the 5. Yeah, this time of day, I don't even know. And I guess I shouldn't look at it as like a time of day thing, right? Like it probably doesn't matter, but ACDD, the government is still shut down. How are we getting NFP data tomorrow? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't see it in financial juice events anymore. Maybe there is no NFP tomorrow. I'm just going to know because I'll look at the chart and I'll see if something happened an hour before the open. And if it did, then I'm going to assume that NFP happened. Mike caught 5 points trying for 15. Stopped for 7. Green. You're still trading? Oh, Hoover Flighter says I would have entered on that because of the hammer candles and the support. Yeah, a hammer candle plus volume is add to the trade. Interesting. I'm going to have to start looking at some of this stuff. Aaron says trading reversals with NQ can be problematic, in my opinion, because the reactions that occur at good pivots can drive moves that are outside of local support resistance. NQ is squirrely like that. So it's not my lack of ability, it's NQ's squirreliness maybe. No, I think I just try to rush it on the reversals. And then when I see the good ones setting up, I'm too hesitant. So I don't know, I got to work out better rules. Yeah, that's what Mike was saying. He had invested 40K into props before he got a return. Jacob, today feels like a winning day for me, even though I am, it looks like minus VE 400. The old me, either a win day or blow up day. I don't know exactly how much you lost, or VE, maybe it's BE. Well, no, because BE 400. I'm going to take it as you lost $400 today. Correct me if that's wrong. But yeah, that is, I know it's annoying, and I feel annoying like looking at it this way and constantly saying it this way all the time, but you have to take the progress as a win, because if that would have been a blow up day for you in the past, then this is progress. Like cutting out those blow up days is a huge thing, and it will save you money on prop firms, and it will save you a lot of mental, emotional capital as well. So good job. And it should feel like a winning day. I know it always sucks to lose money. We always want to win when we trade, but yeah, that's great that you were able to cut it without it being a huge blow up day. Mike, 40K over 3 years. That's not, yeah, it's funny. I see 40K over 3 years. I'm like, well, that's a lot. But then I'm like, oh wait, mine's 36K over 3 years. So basically the same. Not all on props, some on the personal account, but yeah. Yes, this is a myth, catching a bottom and a top, meaning you get 100% of the move. Come on, I just catch yeah. And I think that's what it is. Like I think the problem on...
Hey, Mom, I put this in a freezer and put it in a fridge.
All right.
It will grow more.
Do you want to go plant it outside?
Yeah!
Okay, you go plant it.
I had to put my finger in the front side.
Okay, you go plant it in the backyard, and then I'll be done on here really soon. Okay?
Oh, in the front yard.
I'd rather you plant it in the backyard. Can you close my door, please?
Oh, sure.
Just quietly. Very quietly. Okay, thank you. Yeah. P-Funk. Hi, Hank. Yeah.
Oh, Mom, I might have to take up grass in front yard. What?
I'd like you to do it in the backyard, Hank. I don't like
to do
you.
it in the front yard.
I don't like you out in the front when I'm not looking.
How about I go to it back?
You're gonna go do it in the backyard, okay?
Oh, I'll be a front yard.
Hank. Okay.
So.
Okay, I'll be out there right away, Hank. Please don't.
Okay. Thanks, Mom.
Okay. Sorry about the door slamming. Yeah. So Jacob, seriously, good job. I know it's annoying to focus on the progress, but sometimes we have to just focus on the progress. Like I am basically break even on the week and I'm annoyed with it. I don't like being break even on the week, but it's better than where I used to be. So that's how I have to look at it. It's going slower than I would like, but at least things are changing for the better. U of M consumer support tomorrow. I don't know what's going on tomorrow for news, but Mike, ask your son if I should long or short here. I'm not going to get it. Mike, I don't think you should do anything here. It's after the close. Is this a good time to trade? I don't try to trade this time ever. I don't know. I have no idea, Mike, and my answer would be no trade here. Aaron, honestly, with reversals, you would need to manage or trail the open trade to capture the new trend. Otherwise, it's low probability because of the momentum of the direction. Yeah. Maybe I should just give up on trading reversals and just look at them as like an early indicator to start looking for my trend continuation trades, like my A strategy trades. I don't know. It's just hard when I see them after the fact and it's like, okay, these things that I look for set up and it's like I could have got in here. But yeah, they do require wider stops than I like. So I don't know. Maybe something more for like a swing trade on a personal account. I don't know. Hoover Flag Trader, $90 on that trade. Nice. Close it up for the day. You guys are stressing me out that you're still trading right now. Peter, Hank coming in every 15 minutes makes the stream better. Looking forward to the next update from Hank. Oh, these Hank updates. He's pretty nice when I'm on the stream. Like he's not having any big meltdowns or anything. If you started hearing his meltdowns, you'd be like, please don't have him on the stream ever again. These are the best indicators. I missed the indicators, but that's okay. I'm not a big fan of indicators. I find that it's just too much. I'm okay with just like the 9 EMA and VWAP. Yes, rather, Fed poured cold water on this red hot market with the FOMC meeting. The rally just started. The rally that started in August is over now. Is it? This is this small screen. Okay, I'll switch to a daily chart here. Okay. That's not better at all. I'm not trying to get in a trade. I'm just trying to adjust this screen. Okay, where is August? Is this August? No. Okay, I swear it's much easier for me with my regular computer setup. Okay, so I guess this would be the start of the August rally. Would we decide it's over here though? Like when do you determine that the larger trend, or I guess the structure, has been broken on this? I would think lower. I gotta get all these boxes and lines off my chart. I don't know. What do you guys think? When do we determine that structure has been broken? August Jackson Hole. I know I lost a lot of money on Jackson Hole when I was trading my first year in the personal account. That's all I know about Jackson Hole. Barlow, hey, how's it going? Uh-oh, I can't seem to stick to my rules. Keep passing funded accounts. Sticking with the $500 I set up for prop fee budgets. Spent $150 so far. But just have some deeper issue. I know it feels like it's a deeper issue, but I don't know if it is. Like, I think when we keep doing these same things over and over and we can't seem to break the habits, it does feel like it must be a deeper issue. There's something I have to uncover here. But I don't know if it is. Mike says it's emotional mismanagement. I don't know. Okay, so you keep passing the funded accounts. Barlow, what if you slow down on... oh, thanks, Bob. Okay, okay, so did you blow up an account today? Like, of your recent blow-ups, like, what happens when you blow up the account? I guess is what I would like to know. Like, are you going on tilt and taking a whole bunch of trades? Or are you oversizing and it's just like you don't leave yourself enough room? Like, are you trying to hit a home run on every single trade? I'm just kind of curious as to what's going on that, like, what's happening when you're blowing the accounts.
Hey, Mom,
there's
I'm
another.
still watching Georgie.
Okay, I'll be up in 5 minutes, Hank. I gotta come up in 5 minutes because I have to make bread anyways.
Oh!
Okay.
You have to stop your video in a middle.
It's not a video, Hank. It's a live stream.
Ow!
Okay. You gotta skedaddle. I wanted to hear what is... Barlow, can you just... If you're still here, can you quickly answer what's going on when you blow your accounts? Is it tilt? Is it over trading? Or are you just like, are you oversized? You know, because like if I went into my little 25K account and I traded a mini, I'm sure it would be gone pretty quickly.
Baba spotted a marble
okay.
over in that corner.
You should go take it upstairs maybe.
I like these kind of marbles. They have glass.
Okay, it's a nice marble.
All of blueness is your shoes.
It's okay, Hank. VP, off the 5-minute chart, the bullish candle at 12:25 Eastern Time is the demand zone. Draw a rectangle using the length of that candle and extend it out. When price retraces there, that's your entry. Okay, I'm going to have to look at that. Maybe I should mark it on my chart now so that I look at it later. 12:25 Eastern. Okay, interesting. You know what? I'm going to write that down.
Hey, Mom, it's Baba so much fun.
Hank, you're not supposed to be in here. Yeah, P-Funk, Hank found my marbles. We bought him marbles because I'm like, oh, cool, those will be fun to play with. And it's, they actually just they really hurt to step on. So I'm not such a fan of the marbles.
I like it, Mom.
I know you like the marbles, Hank.
Thanks for buying me.
Okay. All right, you go upstairs. I'll be there in just a minute, okay? Because I got to get the bread going or else dinner's going to be late and Dad's going to be upset.
Yeah, dinner's going to be super late.
Not super late. Okay, Barlow, good. I was waiting for you to get back to me on this. Hank, don't start throwing marbles in here. No home runs. Just take a trade opposite of my strategy for some reason. And yes, blow funded accounts very quickly for no reason. Barlow, are you listening to other traders' streams while you're trying to trade? Because I found I did that when I would like take the opposite of my strategy. It would be, and I'll just use the same example I always use, because I was listening to Top Step TV or something and Dakota was going long and my strategy said short, and I would take Dakota's long instead of my short. I'd see my short win. I'd get stopped out of the long. And then for some reason I wouldn't accept it. Like I'd be like, there's no way Dakota could have been wrong, and I'd keep trying to take longs and then I'd lose an account. So I want to know.
Now I got a big
Okay.
marble.
That's giant, Hank.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it
It's a
down.
dinosaur.
Yeah, so I want to know why you're taking opposite trades of your strategy and blow the funded accounts very quickly for no reason. Okay, I want to know why you're not taking your strategy, and then also what's your position size like? I think you probably need to size down. Okay, you're not watching other people. Why do you think you're doing the opposite of your strategy then? Obviously it's I have this too where it's like I don't have enough confidence in my strategy, and I think that only comes, you can back test and you can get confidence through back testing, but I think you need to just get the confidence by actually implementing your strategy and seeing it work. Hank, you're getting way too rambunctious in here.
That's because of Bob.
Bob says it's emotions. Hank, you can't throw that in here. Sorry guys, it's getting very noisy. Hank has had his max amount of quiet time, I guess. P-Funk, I usually blow up when I oversize. Yeah, I find that it's like I blow up when I oversize, or an early indicator, or just an indicator that I'm on tilt is that I am adding on. I'm doubling my size. Barlow. Oh, Hank.
No, Mom, that got is edge.
It did get my desk. Hank, can you just... Hank, just 1 minute, please.
Okay, so...
Okay. Barlow. Okay, Hank. You guys are going to see a large exercise ball come and hit me in the head here right away. Or, Hank, stop throwing that in here. Go throw it in the bigger room. And maybe close the door. I want to figure out what's going on with Barlow before I end the stream. I know it's laughable. I try and stick to 5 micros. It's not laughable. That was my position size. What size accounts are you trading? Because like that was my position size for my eval on the 25K account. Hank the tank, yeah. For sure. No, Hank, be quiet.
Hank the tank.
No, you don't take that, Hank. We should have given you a different name. I think the name is why you're so rambunctious. We should have given you a calmer name. Hank, please go out there and do it. I really want to figure out what's going on with Barlow. Okay, so you're trading 5 micros. What's the account size, Barlow, typically that you're trading? Then I think it's got to be an over trading thing. Like if your position size isn't crazy for the 50K account. Okay, so that I think that's reasonable, right? Because the 50K account you usually have Hank.
This is way too fun.
Hank, please stop. You're gonna knock everything over. Guys, if the stream just abruptly ends, it's, you know what's happened. He's disconnected my stuff. Okay, so on a 50K account, usually the drawdown is $2,000. So I think someone said in here the other day, which I think was good for if you want to be very conservative in your sizing, do 1 micro per, I think he said 1 micro per $1,000 of drawdown. Barlow, what if you tried that just for like, because your goal for the, Hank, you're being very loud. That's too loud. This picks it up. Because your goal is to just keep your prop firm budget. Shh. Watch out. You're going to roll off that and hit your head. Like if your goal is to keep your prop budget under that $500, and so then your goal this month is not to make money, right? Like, so if you just get the idea of making money out of your head for the month, what if you just size down to 2 micros on a 50K account? And then really look at like your number of trades. Because if it is over trading, say you're taking 20 trades a day, what if you cut it down to like a max of 3 to 5 trades a day and only 2 micros? That's what I would like for you to try. Just because your goal, and then only taking your setups. Like be very strict about your setups, and maybe a really strict rule that if you do the, like what you said, if you do the opposite of what your setup is, you take the opposite trade, then you're done for the day. You're not allowed to take another trade. just so that you can get yourself in the habit of like just taking your trades, not over trading, and then also not blowing that prop firm budget, being able to stick to that under 500. Because I think if you size down and you limit your number of trades, you definitely can stick to that budget. Aaron, Mike says also not taking a trade within the same 5-minute candle helped me a lot. Yeah, that's a good one because I used to try to trade the 5-minute and I would jump in on the same candle multiple times and it wasn't good. Okay, Barlow Hoover Flag Trader says 1 micro with a daily stop of $200. I think that's a great plan too. Okay, good point. I'll take a week off. Well, you don't have to take a week off unless you're going on vacation and you were planning on a week off. And then size down, especially on the funded. Yeah, and get out of it. Yeah, get out of it if you're in the opposite trade that you're supposed to be in and shut it down for the day. Like, I think that should be like your punishment. If you do that, that's it for the day. You're locked out. I don't know if you have a platform where you can hit a lockout button on yourself. If you can, then definitely do it. Oh, Hoover Flag Trader made $500 in the last 3 hours on 2 micros. That's awesome. Good job. I am jealous. I made $46 today, but that's okay. I didn't lose an account, so I'm not going to cry about my $46. Aaron said, I think that's where stats come into the mix. You should be winning on the stats instead of adding risk with more contracts. Yeah. Yeah, Aaron, I think it's just like, it's hard to get the stats when you're not ever consistently sticking to your plan. Like I had back testing. I could look at the back testing, but I could never, my actual stats never meant anything in relation to my plan because I never stuck to the plan long enough to get any stats. So unfortunately, it seems like we have to be able to actually stick to the plan and not break it first. And then the stats actually mean something. Okay. Enjoy your week off, Barlow. $46 is great compared to a red day. It is, and I had to remind myself of that. It's just a break-even week. Oh, well. 5 micros is too big for a 50K. Yeah, it sucks. Like, it sucks sizing down because the prop firms sell us on that all this leverage that we can trade, right? So they put it in front of us, how much money we can make. But in reality, if we actually want to stay in it and make money, then we can't go for that. My stats are trash, but my payouts are typically pretty fat. Well, I mean, I don't know how that works. Or you're saying like your stats are just not accurate. Small size, multiple accounts is the way. That's another way to do it for sure. That's another way we can size up. Okay. I got to get out of here because, Hank the Tank is quiet upstairs. So now I'm concerned. I won't be here tomorrow because I don't live stream on Fridays and I'm thinking I'm probably just not going to trade. I will be getting that Discord up right away. So if you want to be notified about the Discord, if you want to get in right away, then just do the email sign up thing on the website and then you'll be notified first when it's available. And maybe I'll do like a short period of time where we just kind of have like those people in at first that signed up on the email so we can kind of work things out and get things going just with oh he's back. He's too quiet now. No, Hank's back. Don't worry about it. Okay. One of these days that $46 will be $4,600. Yeah, thanks BP. I don't even need $4,600 a day. I'd be happy. Hank, $460 in a day, and I think I'd be over the moon now at this point. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta deal with Hank and make some dinner. So have a good trading day tomorrow, and I will, if you're on the email list, you'll probably hear from me this weekend when that Discord gets up. If not, I will see you on Monday for Power Hour. Okay, have a good weekend, and
yeah, and that means no video tomorrow.
No video tomorrow. Well, I'm making a video tomorrow, but not a live stream. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend.
I know, because Dad.
Okay.
Not the live stream.
All right.
I don't
want. Okay, Hank, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom. Well, what does hello say?
It says thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Except not tomorrow because I won't be here tomorrow. Oh, someone said bye, Hank.
Oh.
Someone